Mark, a 0-0 with now third in the league. Is that 2 points dropped or a good point in your eyes?
You mean last Saturday?
Yeah.
I thought we played quite well. First half, really controlled. Should have gone in 2 or 3 up. And then, obviously, we're not. That gives the opposition some confidence to stay in the game and hold on. But I can't really be too downbeat about the game. I thought we played well. The only thing we didn't do is take our chances. And that's been the only difference over the last couple of weeks, that we haven't taken as many chances as we've been doing before. But that's football. That's just the way it happens.
You had Jay Folston then, his debut on the weekend on Saturday. Looked like he could have had 2 or 3 assists. How do you think he's going to play this season for the team?
Well, he's got a great left foot. He's good size. He can play left back, he can play left wing back, and he can play left centre back. So fits in perfectly. What we're trying to do, he's a good footballer. He good in the air. So yeah, he had a competent debut for sure.
With the arrival of Jay Folston, then we have seen the departure of obviously Josh Staunton, Duncan Idden, and Sonny Cox, and it's 3 gone and 1 replaced. Is that have you got any players in your Christmas list at all?
Of course, I think there's a little bit of trust needed. I know if you don't win every game, some supporters are gonna not be happy, but they need to trust us that we're trying to do the right things for the football club, and bring in the right kind of character and the right quality that we need, not for this year, but for going forward as well. Obviously, Cox, he was recalled. He was playing on the Saturday, which was a blow for us because he's been really productive statistically. We got Jay in, and obviously Bristol City wanted to take Duncan back to play some game time for them in their 23s. So yeah, of course we're looking, and I'm sure that we'll have movement, hopefully before the next game.
And now moving on to Saturday then, a long away day again for you. You've had a nice little break. What do you know about Eastbourne?
It's near the sea. I think a lot of people go there to retire, I think. The football club has been taken over by a very wealthy gentleman, I believe. They've got some big ideas and a big project in place, and I think it's the first part of that, or the first chapter of that episode. They've got a really good young coach, and they've got some really good players. They've suffered with injuries, but I think they've got most of them back now. They played very well here in the game when we won 3-2. So we know everything about their players that you would expect. But I was saying to the players this morning that we can do as much homework as we want, and we do it we're really diligent. Our staff are really diligent on the opposition, but nearly every opposition changes what they do when they play against us, and that's a compliment to our players. So whatever Eastbourne did last week, I think they'll do something totally different this week, because the coach is very forward thinking, and like every week the opposition changes because they're playing Yeovil. So I'm not really sure what to expect in terms of what team they'll pick or how they'll play.
Going on to as you said, the 3-2, when they come down to hit Curious Park, do you feel like you hope for a more dominant game from Yeovil's perspective as they sit 21st in the league now?
We've been really dominant. If you look at the stats and possession and chances created, XG, if you want to look at all of that, our performances have been really good. Probably our worst performance was away at Bath in terms of our football, but it was a local derby. We defended our box really well, and we relied on a set piece goal, a great delivery and a great finish that won us the game. So that showed a different side to it. But the other games, Dartford away, we could have been 5-0, or should have been, according to their manager, at least 5 or 6-0 up at half time. Last Saturday, in my opinion, we should have been 2 or 3 up. So we're not really playing any differently or doing anything different than we have been when we were on a 14-match winning run. It's just we've not taken the chances that when they've come along.
Now going into Saturday, is there any injury updates at all? Anything on Jordan Stevens at all?
Jordan Stevens is still 6-7 weeks away. He had a bad 3-month injury, so he's still a long way away. Alex Whittle, Obviously, because Jay Fulston's here, we're not putting massive pressure on him now to rush back for one game, but I think he'll be close. That leaves us with Jake Hyde, 3G. He won't play on 3G, and Sendles White is still injured.
Thank you. Best luck Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Back in the day of 14 wins on the trot, everybody, fan-wise I'm talking now, you know, we're never going to lose, this is brilliant, which it was, not taking away from it. But do you feel now that the results have perhaps levelled off a little bit, that we're now seeing the real situation with regard to this league, and that not that we're doing badly, we aren't, but it's just sort of levelled off a little bit. Do you feel that?
What, the performances or the...
Yeah, the performances.
I don't think the performances have, no. I think we've played better recently than we have in some of the games we've won. If you take the Weymouth game here, we didn't play very well, 1-2-0. We took our chances. Braintree, 2-0, didn't play very well, 1-2-0, took our chances. I think if we'd have won 4 games, drawn one, won another 4 games, lost one, won another 4 games, drew one, won another 2, lost one, I don't think there would be much moaning or people saying, oh, what?
No,
but because we've won 14 straight, we have to win every game.
Yeah.
Yeovil is a real difficult fan base to please. We all know that. But the fans have been brilliant this year. The way that they've backed the team, home and away, magnificent. And I think they realise they just need to trust the process and what we're doing. We're 1 defeat in 16 in the league. 1 defeat in 16.
Oh, it's
so if we'd have scored one of the chances at Dartford and won the game we should have, or Saturday, there is no. And for us as a group of players, staff, we're calm, we're confident, we just follow. We know what works, we know what we need to do. And like I said, the only thing that's been missing is we've not took the chances. Nothing else is wrong. The amount of possession, the amount of passes, the amount of forward passes, the amount of crosses is higher statistically than when we were on the run. So, and I'm sure people like Reece Murphy, Frank Noble, Jake Hyde, Jordan Young, that's not going to last very long. When you have players of that calibre, they are going to keep scoring consistently.
Looking at Eastbourne, I mean, they gave us a good game up here. Are you expecting similar down at Eastbourne? I mean, their position sort of kind of belies their form, I wonder, really.
Well, I think where you are in the league for a reason. Same with us. We're 7 points clear at the top of the league for a reason, because we've been really, really good. I think Eastbourne down where they are because they've suffered with a lot of injuries, but they've now got a lot of players back fit. They had a really good win on Saturday away at Welling. Difficult game. The coach is very, very astute. He knows what he's doing, and they will probably change from what we've seen to play against us, like every team does.
Yeah. You've been involved in football as a player and as a manager now. So does Christmas sort of exist in your world? Because you never get to.
Not particularly. No. It's been a real sort of challenge with the staff and what we do. We play on the 23rd, miles and miles away from where we are in Eastbourne, and then we have a game 3 days later. But we need the players to train before that game, and ideally we want to give them Christmas Day off to be with their families, because a lot of players live distances away, so it's not easy to get them in on Christmas Day. So we have to come up with a solution where we play on Saturday, we train somewhere on Sunday, we give them Monday off, and then we come in on Boxing Day.
Yeah. So it's going to be a busy time for you, as always.
Of course.
It always is.
But we get plenty of time off in the summer, and the players sacrificed their Christmas do this year. They didn't want one. They wanted to concentrate on making sure we kept picking up points as we're doing, and they'd rather wait till the end of the season and have a good celebration there.